What's up, everybody? I'm Chad, and what I'm going to do is a review, a walkthrough of AfricanAncestry.com. This is my home. It's a little messy, but it's usually a little messy because we got kids, as you can see. So I said I'm just going to keep it 100. Which, by the way, is every black kid going to be Black Panther for Halloween this year? The movie comes out tomorrow. Today's Thursday. These are, that's my wife. She's a Rodan and Fields consultant, by the way, so I'll give you that address in a minute. I don't know it offhand. And this gentleman here is my father, so he'll be the DNA that we're testing, or one half of the DNA that we're testing. All right, this is it. African Ancestry. And this is the kit you get when you pay for it online. They send you a separate one for your maternal side and your paternal side. Okay, so the website has actually just caught me off guard because the very first time I came to it, it made me nervous because it was not terribly informative, but I can see they've added some things. They've actually, it looks like they've added quite a bit. But African Ancestry is a Black-owned business, and it was started by these two good-looking individuals, if this will work. Here we go. Don't hate seeing that. A little slow, but it was founded by these two, Gina Page and Rick Kittles. They have all their credentials up here. They look pretty legit. And what drew me to this and what makes it special is that, this is specifically to trace African roots. Be nice if the website was faster. Maybe it is all the additions to the website, because the first time I came to this website, I didn't have many problems with it at all. But it looks like they've done a lot of adding. So why I chose to use this as opposed to 23andMe and whatever the other one is that this one is specifically to trace African ancestry. As you can see, they do claim that they have the most comprehensive database of indigenous African genetic sequences in existence, and they're the only company that can trace your ancestry back to a specific present-day African country and ethnic group of origin dating back more than 500 years. And there's plenty of information on the website. And these are the test kits that you order. Not gonna lie, they're not cheap. Like, I think both of the other major DNA services are much less expensive than this one. All right, so let's check it out. Let's check out what's in the packets. And it's probably what you would expect. What this is, it comes with a way for you to send your DNA out, and then they send you the test results back. So here's what's inside the packet. It's your test kit. This is specifically the one for my father's side of the family, or my father's lineage. And it does explain that it's testing, when it's testing your mother's side, it's testing for what they call mtDNA, mitochondrial DNA, which you inherit exclusively from your mother. And on the other side, it's testing Y chromosome. And so that's your father's side of the family. I didn't know this. If you're a female, you must have a male relative with your father's last name take this test for you. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that the first time around. I already sent my mother's out, and then I got the idea to document this, so I'm gonna do my dad's. But as you can see, you get 3 packs of swabs with 2 in it. The instructions actually say that you're going to get 2 with 3 each in them, but they actually come this way. And what you do is swab your mouth and put 3 swabs in each of these envelopes. And then they provide you with another envelope that's already got postage on it and it's already got the address on it. And you send that off and you get your test results back. It's really is just that simple. And as you can see, the IDs match the IDs that come in the test kit so that they do have the right sample. All right, I just rinsed my mouth out. The test asks you to rinse your mouth out 3 times or to get a clean sample, and that you haven't had food or alcohol, I think, in like the last hour or something like that. So, all right, we're gonna get to swabbing. I want you to do it 20 times on each cheek, which is a lot. You can't look cool swabbing your cheek. Also, I lost count of how many times I've swabbed my cheek. It's fine. All right, and so the swab goes, of course, into the envelope. Yeah, my iPhone camera skills are not really that hot. I know. More swabbing. So, see, me and my male cousins took a vacation and decided to do this. Came up with the idea to all of us do this. So I say that to say, when I do the part 2 to this, they will have done it also, and if we don't come up with the same results, this won't get a good review. So there are a couple of things that they want you to fill out: your parents' ethnicity, what state they're from, initials, and if you want the results to go somewhere other than your address, you can put that down there. And of course, they ask for your address and your phone number, age, and here's your code that coordinates with the test kits, with the samples rather, so that they can coordinate and make sure that they have the correct samples. Sorry about all the. I'm actually under the weather right now. I'm congested, so sorry about all the mouth breathing. One of my favorite insults is to call somebody a mouth breather, and here I am immortalizing myself on YouTube as a mouth breather. But yeah, that's it. I mean, that's pretty short, and that's all there really is to this process. You just put this in the envelope with the samples, and that's it. That's all that goes in the envelope. I thought I'd just come back real quick to point this out. 35% of our paternal lineage analyses result in European ancestry, so you must initial to acknowledge the possibility that this may not result in African ancestry. Yeah, that's very true. Okay, so that's basically it. Now, this thing says that it works for your entire family. So anybody in my family that's related to me, if you're related to me, this should also apply to you. The package says I haven't been looking at the camera the entire time. That's not comfortable looking at the camera. I want to see me. Anyway, the packet says that it'll come in about 8 weeks. The results will come in about 8 weeks. And when I sent my mother's off, they actually sent me an email, I'll say like 3-4 days later. So an email is just saying that they had received it, and then the process was starting, and they were processing my data, and they were gonna, and I believe it said it had a date, but it was somewhere along the lines of 6 to 7 or 8 weeks out, and that was just a few days ago. So I'll do a follow-up on this, and just to let you know, my mother is from Kingston, Jamaica, and my father was born in Inglewood, New Jersey. His family is from South Carolina. And what I'm going to do is hopefully compare with the other family members on my father's side who are doing it. And I haven't convinced anybody on my mother's side yet, but maybe I'll try to convince somebody, and we can see if our results are all the same. So the next video I do, that'll be basically the main point of that, and to talk about what we could do with this information, because my cousins and I kind of had big ideas for this information. You could probably guess what I'm talking about there. All right, thanks for checking it out, and I'm not seasoned at this, as you can see, but this will hopefully encourage other people to do this if I have a good experience, because I think this is a nice thing to know exactly where in Africa your family comes from. All right, peace.
Before I go and drop this in the box, I did mean to say that since this is YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, especially with the comments. If you've used a similar service or you've used this service before, I would be very interested in hearing what your experience was like. So feel free to add on to the conversation in any way. Thanks.